What's up, guys? This is John Daw with iHeartAnxiety. I got a special guest today. Uh, his name is Mr. Mitchell Money, otherwise known
Hello.
as Big Pimpin'.
What's
Uh,
pimping?
this is going to be the new format going forward. Basically, uh, we're going to get on here, try to do it every single day. As a matter of fact, we're going to do it every single day. Gonna
Right.
do it. And we're going to talk a little bit about what happened the day before, our mental state, maybe some stuff we could have done differently, things like that, or things that we like that we did. Uh, and we're going to do a daily quote, talk about that and how that's going to impact the rest of the day. So, first and foremost, anything you want to say to the peeps out there, the lovely people, Mitchell?
Want to say good morning? We woke up. It's a good day. And make it a good day, even if you don't think it's gonna be.
Amen, brother. That's what I like to hear. Um, well, let's start off with I guess I'll start with how I felt this morning. I felt really motivated. I knew that today we were gonna, record a video. I knew that it was going to be the first step, of the new chapter. Got a lot of chapters, but this is the one that I'm excited about right now. And I don't know. I mean, I hope that, we can literally keep this going every single day because I know it's hard with life getting in the way. But this is like something that's important to me, right? Like I want to make sure that I somewhere record my process and and how I'm evolving and things like that. So today was
Definitely.
yeah. So today was a very good day. I woke up very happy. I actually wrote out a schedule, if you can believe it. I actually wrote a schedule out of all the things that I want to get done and put it down, like hour by hour, trying to follow a schedule. So that's hopefully going to increase my chances.
Breaking it down minute by minute, huh?
Well, about 30-minute increments, yeah, about that. And besides, I can't stay asleep that long, man. So like I always end up waking up around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah.
I don't sleep is not something that I do a lot. But actually, what's funny? That's not true. Like if I wake up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, sometimes probably I'd say like 35% of the time I'll get tired during the day and I'll take a nap. You know what I mean? Like right after lunch or something like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm
What is
saying?
that?
That's important. I need you to know that.
The
Uh,
daily facts of John.
hey, man, that's what you subscribe to, right? But anyway, I don't know. Have you done anything lately that you thought would maybe fortify increase your chances for success on a daily basis?
I'm really sticking to my medicine. Since the doctor raised it up, I've been having a lot less problems every morning.
Oh, well,
Um,
we should probably back up and say what are you dealing with?
yeah, I mean, seizures, epilepsy. So it's a morning problem for me. They call it juvenile myoclonic epilepsy. But when I wake up in the morning, it might be a good day, might be a bad day. Might wake up, start having seizures, might not. But since the doctor upped my dosages of my medicine, it's been heck of a lot better. So I've been waking up feeling a lot better every day, a lot
Okay.
more confident.
Yeah. Have you found anything that's like, I don't know, like did you find a ritual that helped you like maybe like get your day started a little bit better? Like something that made you feel like maybe this is a mood booster or anything like that?
I think I just got into the habit of not feeling like I have to be rushed when I wake up. And I know I can just lay there and, the world's not going to end if I don't get up right then. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually something I was thinking about a lot too. Not if you miss something or if you don't get something done that you wanted to get done, don't beat yourself up about it because then you're just gonna get into it like a state of depression. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna bring you down even more. Just
yeah,
try to go on with the day and just move on to the next thing. It's kind of like that whole medicine thing. Like if you miss a dose, don't double up the dose. Just wait until next, tomorrow to take it again.
I
So
hear you.
but anyway, that's good to know. I mean, obviously, I knew that already, but yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good for them to kind of know what we're dealing with on a daily basis. So Mitchell has his epilepsy that he deals with in the mornings, kind of tries to get going. Me personally, mine's more mental as far as like I feel like, maybe I haven't accomplished something. So then I get down on myself and I'm depressed. And then, it affects the rest of my day because, oh, well, yesterday I got panicky or whatever. So mine is more like, okay, am I going to get dizzy? Am I, is the vertigo going to hit today? Am I going to accomplish anything? So, I have to wake up and kind of like pump myself up every time.
Okay.
And that's what we're dealing with on a daily basis. So now we'll segue into the quote of the day, which is a very old quote. What we're going to do is we're going to do a quote every single day, and we're going to try to apply that to the rest of the day, and then we'll talk about it tomorrow and how, if anything, it helped or whatever. So this particular quote is by Abraham Lincoln. It's a very common quote. People know it, but I like to apply it to a lot of different things because it really speaks to me. It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. Abraham Lincoln. So that for me is huge because I talk a lot, if you can't tell. I don't know. I mean, I have a filter, but at the same time, like if someone says something interesting, I'll be like, oh man, yeah, like, I thought of that, like that was so cool because I remember thinking, blah, 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 and it's not just that, like this quote probably is more applied to people speaking negatively, like, saying, stuff that they really shouldn't say to other people, just kind of,
Yeah, and I think it kind of takes in the rule of, just think before you speak.
Yeah.
And, it's some people just think out loud while they're talking. That's how they think. And so you kind of hear their thought process, and sometimes it doesn't always come out good because it wasn't thought about first. But, everybody kind of goes about their own way a little differently.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, I think I'm going to just really listen more, you know what I mean? Like listen to conversations a little bit better and try not to maybe assert my opinion
Yeah.
and try not to tell people exactly like what I'm thinking so that way they can, comment. Because I think I do that because I want to hear what other people think about what I have to say, you know what I mean? And that's,
I think that quote takes the biggest in your workplaces a lot. When people try to teach you something and then you have it seems you have two choices. You can listen and say okay and take it in, but a lot of people like to say something back about how they already know something about that, or they think it's wrong, or they think it's different. But if you go to a workplace, any workplace, and someone's trying to teach you something, you need to just be quiet and interpret it, take it in, and then later you can talk about what you thought about it.
yeah, absolutely. And I guess because I work behind a computer more, like for me, it would probably apply a little bit more to people and conversations that I have. Like I notice that I'll be talking with friends or something or family, and they'll say something, and then I don't like. It's almost as if I interrupt them because I want to get my thought out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And obviously it is with work stuff too. Like when you're dealing with clients or whatever, and you want to make sure you're listening to the problem. But anyway, the way that I want to apply this is basically just listen a lot more and try not to assert my opinion. Because I think in today's society we have way too much, opinions being inserted and not enough, not enough listening. So
well, yeah, I think the problem started with everybody thinks their opinion is more important than everybody else's.
right,
I think a lot more of closing your mouth and opening your eyes and ears kind of died out.
yeah, maybe when Twitter hit, Twitter and
Yeah.
Facebook. So yeah, as far as how and that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm going to apply that, try to not speak so much and just listen. And again, try not to just be overbearing sometimes, but that's how I plan to do it. Do you have any? Is that something similar for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, just taking in a lot more and don't pretend to fool myself into thinking I already know everything. And there's always something to learn every single day if you look for it.
Okay. Well, now that we know what we're going to do, let's talk about real quick. What have we seen? Like maybe some times that we've seen people doing the wrong things with this type of situation. So like, give me a like a scenario that happened to you where you thought maybe somebody should have used this, quotes idea.
Oh, definitely. We just had a fellow that transferred from another store to come work with us, and he even though he's been doing it, you're going to a new environment and you don't know everything about that environment. And instead of him trying to take the time to learn it and learn how we did things and just kind of adapt to it, he just wanted to continuously tell us where we were going wrong. He wanted to tell us how it should be going. He wanted to tell us what we should be doing. And it ended up causing a lot of tension and a lot of people, get into it with him, and it got pretty bad. And he just didn't show up again. He never came back. Whereas if he would have went in there and just closed his mouth and said, okay, 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 and went with it, he'd still have a job there, still be working there, and have friends there.
Yeah, I think it's so crazy. Like this quote, like it's almost as if because of what you had said before and what I had said before, it's like we could almost guess what was going to happen just now, like what you were going to talk about, because
Yeah,
it's just so simple. It's like just listen, just
yeah,
listen. Stop trying to always be right or always insert what you think. You know,
yeah,
give people time to process what they're saying. Obviously, it's going to happen to you where people are going to try to insert their opinions while they're talking to you. So, obviously, you're just going to have to be the better person and not, pick a fight, not try to tell them that they're wrong.
yeah. Be conscious enough to know, okay, this is a good time to just listen and not talk. You don't
Yeah.
always have to talk. I think people don't understand that.
Yeah. So, and for me, my example would be I have relatives. This is most of the people that I talk to that don't have any concept of a filter.
Yeah,
No clue that they have no clue that a lot of people don't like to spend time with them alone, like in family settings and outside of the
yeah,
family. It's actually sad. And of course, you're going to have people that are like that. Their personalities are different, so they don't have you know as much as social awareness as you might have. Obviously, we all have to learn at some point, or we don't, and we just won't have any friends. But my point
yeah,
is that this person that I'm talking about just doesn't has no clue. Like it's either they have a clue and they don't care to fix it, and that's the people that I can't stand. I can't stand the people who know and they just don't care because they figure, well, if you wanna talk to me, you'll talk to me. If you don't, you don't. And that's so like why do you have to be that way? Like why can't you just help out?
definitely frustrating.
So I don't know.
I think it's funny, just people's brains are just wired differently. I mean, not everybody can take the time to think about them and the others and the way others think around them and see what they need to do to make everybody comfortable. And some people are just, they think a certain way and they think that way is the only way, and they could care less about everything else around them.
Yeah. So um, that's what our thoughts are. On that particular quote, what we're going to go forward and try to talk about tomorrow and see if it helped any. Uh, and for the last thing that we're going to talk about is what happened yesterday and maybe the lessons or things that we want to take away and what we want to help change for today. So, do you have anything that you want to talk about from that happened yesterday that maybe got you thinking, or it could be anything, positive, negative, whatever.
Yeah, I've definitely the last few days have had a lot of negative energy inside me and around me at work. Um, there's been people that have had negative energies and just bad attitudes, and usually I try to not let it get to me, but when I'm already in a negative energy form, then it just amplifies it. And so I get short-tempered, frustrated, ready to go, not doing everything I could be doing, and which is what I like to do. So I definitely see it, and it frustrates me. And I'm really trying to get back on the right track of, doing everything I can, doing extra, going the extra mile every day, and trying to get back into that mindset and doing it.
Yeah. That's and that's the first step is kind of recognizing where you are on that spectrum and how maybe how you can change it. So,
Yeah,
and that's probably going to be something that we talk about a lot because I mean, it's so hard to not get infected by negative people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have something similar. Um, whether it be I do a lot of internet work. I do a lot of I'm talking to people constantly, and there's a person that I'm speaking with, and it's just so like I found myself actually engaging in their negative. Like I wasn't negative at the time. I was just talking and saying, maybe putting some helpful tips out there because they were, saying something they wanted to do, and I was like, okay, we could try this, blah blah blah, and then they just automatically turned it into, well, I don't want to do that. It's like, okay, it's fine. You don't have to. I was just,
Yeah.
just a comment, whatever. It's just, take it or leave it. And then the speaker started getting belligerent, right? Like started getting aggressive. Like, well, I'll do what I want. Like, there's no need for it. If you don't like something that somebody has to say, all you say it's like, okay, I'll think about it or whatever. But I engaged in it. I started getting upset. Like, why? It's like it was weird because like at first I was just getting upset. Like, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to make you that upset about it. And but then because they kept getting belligerent, just
And
talking
what you
loud.
were you just running an idea by them, or were you trying to get them to do something?
No, like they were saying things they were going to do, like, stuff like basically they were it was like a feedback session, like, hey, I'm going to do this. What do you think? Like that type of stuff. And then once, it's like any idea can just set somebody off. It's like, well, no, I wouldn't do that. Like, and it wasn't necessarily because I don't think they got belligerent, or I don't think I got belligerent because they didn't want the help or they didn't want the advice, but because of the way they said it. It's like their personality is kind of like that. Like they're just normally callous people. And
Okay.
I let it infect me, like because of the way they
Yeah.
said it. See what I'm saying?
And it's so easy. It's so easy when especially if you have a good idea or you feel good about something and you run it by something and they're just the complete opposite and want to be negative about it instead of being supportive about it, then it's just so easy to make you feel like, oh, well, why am I even doing this then? Fuck it. I'm not going to try anymore. Because it's just, you get negative feedback for something that you think is a good idea, and then it makes you think it's really not, or like it's pointless to do anyway. So that's when you have to be, I guess, stay strong-willed, and as other people, you definitely, if someone comes out to you with an idea, support them. Anything that's good or different or something they want to do that's not being, getting them somewhere in life, you got to be supportive.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, I wanted to put that out there because I realized that what I'm going to try to change is I'm not going to engage in the negative way that they're
Yeah,
speaking. Like I just what had happened is the way that they spoke to me made me then become negative because I got to stop reacting to what other people do. I have to have a good
yeah,
day regardless. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and that's going to be my ultimate goal, I think, with all of this is trying not to react to somebody else and just knowing that if I want to have a good day, then that's all that I have to worry about. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
definitely. Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes it's one of those things that, sometimes it's a lot easier said than done too. Um, but it's definitely possible. You can still do it.
yeah. Well, I think we have a good idea of what we're going to work on, and we'll bring that to the table tomorrow. Try to make sure that we implemented what we talked about today, and then we'll go over it in detail and try to see if is this helping? Is it making any difference?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Uh, Closing remarks for me. I'm going to say uh, I think that in the end, this will help with my anxiety and just giving me a better personal overall positive experience because I'll be able to. I mean, you're my best friend. We've had memories since like 1999, so we've been together for a
Yeah,
long time. So I feel like this format, the new format that I'm trying to do, is going to help me because obviously it's kind of like the buddy system. I know that neither one of us have been into the military, but that's what they do. When you first get into the military, they give you a buddy system, and they give
oh
you
yeah.
they give you somebody to kind of help you through. Like you guys can support each other,
Okay.
and it's because you're about to embark on this very rigorous and hard emotional time. You're about to
Yeah.
really things are about to really get rough, And I think that it's important to find somebody, even if you're not making videos or whatever, find somebody that, that really speaks with you and can understand you and create that buddy system. And I think that, again, this is what's going to help me.
I think that's a great idea because, especially with so many people in the world today, it's hard to do anything by yourself. Just point blank period. Is it possible? Yes, but it's a lot harder. So if you're able to find somebody that you can accomplish goals with, then it'll just make it 10 times easier and motivate you more to do it. You'll be more excited about it because you got somebody there with you doing it with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything before we end, because we are officially coming to the end of the very first episode. So do you have anything you wanted to close remarks say?
I just want to, everybody to, if they're willing to, try to be positive. I really want to have a lot more positive energy, coming from me. I want to make sure I'm doing everything I can if I get the opportunity. And, just making sure every day can be a good day because there's no reason for it to be bad unless you choose it to be.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. So I am John. He is Mitchell, and we are signing off for our very first episode. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Give us a comment. Let us know what you think.
Please, please.
We want to hear. We want to hear from everyone. We want, even if it's negative. Honestly, I know we're not going to engage in your negativity. But if you have something negative to say, sure, put it down there, and we'll try to engage with you positively.
Interested in hearing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to try to engage positively no matter what. If you like it, like I said, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. It's as simple as that. So that's it for today.
Either way, appreciate you watching.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that view. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow and let you know how everything went. All right, later on.
I got you.